But Jesus Christ, the Holy One of God, that's what the demons called him, and they were right. The demons could recognize who he was. Many people cannot. We know who you are, the Holy One of God. Jesus said, you got that right. And we are to recognize the same thing. Now, holiness, it includes purity, principles established by God. But some make holiness out to be sinlessness in men. And that is not the case in this life. Holy, if God said you have to be holy, and that meant you also have to be sinless, then we'd be done. But it does mean that we pursue holiness and sinlessness. We're fully given to that as best we can. We are totally on board with God. We are not opposed to his requirements and his request. And when we fall or falter, it is not because we want to. The flesh does. We understand. But the spiritual man totally knows it's wrong. Without that, you cannot have peace with God. Without that, there is no salvation. To be opposed to God's holiness and say, well, you know, I think that's a bit overboard. I think that if two men want to get married, blah, they can. This is not right. This is sin. And we're hated for saying we don't agree with you. They're free to agree with us, and we're not free to hate them back. But they will disagree with us. And then you'll find even Christians caving on this. Oh, that's so mean. Is it not? Look, if standing by what God says is mean, then I'm mean. If you want to carve your little definitions and play with your words to accuse me of being that which you think I am, then have at it. But as for me and my house, we will side with the Lord. And this is something that it's not easy to communicate to the lost, because on one hand you want to take them and shake them and say, are you out of your mind? And on the other hand, you want to say, look, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. So how do you balance the two? Well, when I figure it out, I'll preach on it.